wanted to do just a short video on this Blu-ray, which I have recently acquired. This is Predestination with Ethan Hawke, Sarah Snook, and Noah Tyler. This is Sarah Snook pre her, I want to say survival, but that's not the thing. The HBO show about the everybody who wants a kiss from daddy and can't get it. Almost had it. Nope, brain's gone. Anyway, based on the Robert A. Heinlein story, All You Zombies, which I've actually never read. I read a lot of Heinlein when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. And this is going to sound snooty, and I don't mean it to, but I feel like I kind of outgrew Heinlein. I still enjoy a lot of that stuff. I really liked his early slice of life in space stories. Stuff like there's that short story, Gentlemen, Please Be Seated. I think that's what it's called. I really like that. I like a lot of that sort of stuff. And when I was in high school, I really responded to Starship Troopers. But as time has gone on, stuff just clicks less and less with me. And he always had weird predilections, some of which do make it into this. But I will say that this movie is awesome. And it is, I'm thinking back on the other Heinlein adaptations I can think of, and this would be the best. I can't think of another one that's actually good. I didn't like the Starship Troopers film. I understand that it was meant to be a parody or a satire. I just thought it was Paul Verhoeven at his worst, in my opinion. And I like Paul Verhoeven. I just thought that was him at his absolute barrel bottom. But this movie is really cool. This is by the directors of Daybreakers. They've done some other movies which I haven't seen and which honestly look terrible. But I enjoyed Daybreakers. I don't really like vampires usually, but I remember enjoying that one. Saw it in the theater. I don't think I've seen it since. Also as Ethan Hawke. So anyway, go into this one without reading about it because it's a real mind messer. I'm going to try to use less profanity. It will really break your noodle. And it's real messed up. It's real messed up. And I think they do a really good job using a relatively low budget. It looks good. It's a very good looking film. It's not flashy. It doesn't have a lot of action or effects and stuff. It's a real, it's a more thinking one. It does have some action and effects, but it's not heavy on that. Sarah Snook puts in a fantastic performance. I really like Ethan Hawke in this. I like Ethan Hawke. I think, for a long time. I think because of his face. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, he was in a lot of stuff, and he always had that really punchable face. He always looked like the jerk older brother, kind of like Josh Brolin. And so I never responded well to him, but I will admit he is a solid actor, and he does a really good job in this movie. So I'm also bringing this up because, as I have mentioned in some of my previous videos about DVDs and Blu-rays and that sort of thing, I believe strongly in physical media. I think this is actually currently, at time of recording, I think this is available to stream, but there's no guarantee that it will be when you want to see it. And what I am finding, for a lot of reasons, I am finding lately that streaming is less and less useful for me for a lot of reasons. Stuff quickly goes away. The streaming services are collapsing in upon themselves through their own stupidity, which is to be expected. Because when all you care about is shareholders, you don't actually run a good business because the shareholders are leeches and they suck the life out of your company. A good, solid company doesn't care what the shareholders think. It cares if the company is making money and surviving and doing well. But that's not what shareholders care about. They want quick money. So anyway, that's my little aside there. But I have had, talking about terrible corporations running things very poorly, I have had incredibly bad internet service for going on, I think I'm at 6 weeks now. 6 weeks of service dropping out left and right. I'll be right in the middle of typing something, it shuts down. trying to work on a review, it runs out, all kinds of things. I tried, my goodness, my Traveler game, the last Traveler session I was trying to call in on with Zoom, I dropped, I think, 3 times in the first 30 minutes. And we got, over the whole course of the night, we got maybe 40 minutes of gaming in. Ironically, after we finished the session and just started chatting, I had better service for like the last 30 minutes. Anyway, because of that, I'm really going back and picking up my discs and watching discs because the internet going out does not affect this. Streaming services being terrible does not affect this. So I think we need to, as a collective, we need to keep physical media alive in the best way that we can. Because this system that we have right now is not working, and it seems to be falling apart faster than we can hold it together. So maybe the system that we had 15 years ago that actually worked was a pretty good system, and maybe we can go back to that a little bit. And you know me, I am not a big believer in holding up the past as something special. I believe nostalgia is a trap. I think the world overall gets better year by year. The last few have tested me. But I still, at my core, believe that. But it's been a rough haul for an optimist like myself. Anyhow, Predestination. Have you seen it? Did it blow your mind? It blew my mind. And I kind of already knew the twist. It's got more than one twist, and it's about more than just the twist. But the big reveal, I actually already knew. And it's still a real brain breaker, and it's pretty great. I love it. This is my kind of sci-fi. I said it, I remember when Moon came out. Like, I will take, I can't remember how many I figured it out. I think you could make 20 movies of the budget of Moon for the budget of the first Avatar film. And I would take 20 movies of Moon's quality over one Avatar any day of the week. And blockbuster movies have gotten just that much more expensive. I don't know what the budget on this one was. I don't know if it was as inexpensive as Moon, but it was not a $150 million movie. And consequently, I would take a dozen of this over one giant CGI confetti explosion blockbuster movie with a ripped off cartoon plot and stupid looking cat people. Gosh, I hated Avatar. Anyway, Predestination, check it out. Yeah. If you enjoyed my ramble about movies, I have a handful of other videos about movies. If you didn't, don't worry, that's not what I normally talk about on this channel. Check it out, like and subscribe, take a look at any of my videos if you feel like it. Look at the links below, and you can support me in any way that you see fit. But honestly, the like and subscribe would be great. Even the like. Honestly, just finish watching the video, and that makes me happy. Take care. I'll see you in whatever I do next.